We're studying winning techniques in chess in Chapter 4. Sun Tzu once said, "Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak." These attacks often have a powerful effect because the victim is completely unsuspicious of the coming thrust against an apparently foolproof position. We are studying from the book E.S. Lowe's Chess in 30 Minutes, Chapter 4, Winning Techniques, Subheading, Discovered Attacks on pages 64 and 65 in just a few minutes. Stay tuned!
Welcome to Sherwood, my lady.
This podcast episode is brought to you by ATTSUKKA, your anime collectibles haven. In the vibrant landscape of anime, ATTSUKKA came to life on August the 1st, 2023, with a shared vision and a fervent passion for the extraordinary world of anime. The name ATTSUKKA was born from the fusion of our deep admiration for anime culture and the aspiration to bring it closer to enthusiasts worldwide. I find my selection reflects the two opposite aspects of my personality. My new Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece t-shirt reflects my playful, rogue, and daringly heroic side, while my new Attack on Titan, tight, sweatpants reflect my stoic, disciplined, and regimental side. It looks like I'm going to have to start disciplining myself more with my eating habits and exercise routine. I'm up for the challenge. Get 25% off with this coupon code, VIDEOGAMERSOASIS. Type in https://ATTSUKKA.com/discount/ all caps VIDEOGAMERSOASIS. Go now. ATTSUKKA, your anime collectibles haven. Hello, it's Jeremy again from Video Gamers Oasis speaking, and welcome to my podcast mini-series, E.S. Lowe's Chess in 30 Minutes, Study and Practical Application. On Chapter 4, we're reading Winning Techniques, and this time we're on another subheading, Discovered Attacks, on pages 64 to 65. Moving on to page 64. The next subheading on page 64 is Discovered Attacks. These attacks often have a powerful effect because the victim is completely unsuspicious of the coming thrust against an apparently foolproof position. Diagram 50 is a good example of a deadly attack from an innocent-looking position. We have diagram 50, brackets black to move. Black sets the stage for a discovered attack. Next paragraph. Black's first move in diagram 50 looks quite commonplace. 1. ... NXB. Black captures the white bishop. Naturally, white recaptures in order to maintain material equality. 2. QXN ... But now white gets a distressing surprise. 2. ... BXPCH exclamation point. What's this? Black seems to be throwing away a bishop for a mere pawn. Note, however, that the bishop check creates a discovered attack on white's queen by black's rook on the queen file. Black's very next move will be 3. ... RXQ, with a crushing advantage in material. Moving on to page 65. The discovered attack that white evolves from. Diagram 51 is even more subtle. Diagram 51 brackets white to move. A discovered attack enables white to obtain a decisive material advantage. Next paragraph, black's queen is out of play, but worse than that, in the fact that the queen is exposed to dangerous attacks. White proves this by an astounding move. 1. QXRCH exclamation point. White must have a good reason for giving up his valuable queen for a mere rook. 1. KXQ. And the second move, B-R6CH. ... Giving check and at the same time creating a discovered attack on black's queen. Black must of course get out of check. He therefore loses his queen, remaining a rook down. Such an overwhelming loss of material must surely cost him the game. Have a brief review of our lesson today with the 3D chess game available on Microsoft. We're looking at diagram 50. Brackets, black to move. Black sets the stage for a discovered attack. On the white side we have section A1, white rook. Section B2, white bishop. Section A3, white pawn. Section B4, white pawn. Section C3, white knight. Section D3, white bishop. Section E3, white pawn. Section E2, white queen. Section F3, white knight. Section F2, white pawn. Section F1, we have the white rook. On section G1, the white king. And section G2 and section H2, two more white pawns. On the black side, facing the white pawn on section B4 is the black pawn on section B5. Another black pawn on section A6, black bishop on section B7, a black rook on section A8, black bishop on section D6, black rook on section D8, black queen on section E7, black pawn on section E6, black knight on section E5, another black knight on section F6, a black pawn on section F7, a black pawn on section G7, and a black pawn on H7. Finally, the black king is on section G8. We have diagram 51. Brackets, white to move. A discovered attack enables white to obtain a decisive material advantage. Just to describe the diagram for those who are just listening to the audio version of this podcast. On the white side, we have the king on section E1. To the right of the king, we have H1, the rook. We have a pawn on section H2, another pawn in section G2, a third pawn in section F2, a white knight on section F3, a white pawn on section D4, a white pawn on section E5, the white queen on section G7, the white rook to the left of the king on section D1. To the left of the white rook, we have the white bishop on section C1. Above the white rook, we have the white pawn, section C2, and another white pawn in section A3. On the black side, we have the king, the black king on section E8. To the right of the black king is a black rook on section F8. Below the black rook is a black pawn in section F7. To the far right of the board, we have a black pawn in section H7. Another black pawn in section f5, another black pawn on section d5. Above we have a black rook on section c8, black knight on section b8, black rook on section a8. Below the rook and the knight we have two pawns, black pawns on section b7 and section a7, two black pawns on those two squares. And finally, on the bottom right corner of the board on section a1 we have a black queen. We're on page 65 and we're reading a new subheading, Removing the Defender. And we'll cut that reading short for today. That's all the time we have for this episode of our podcast miniseries, E.S. Lowe's Chess in 30 Minutes Study and Practical Application, read by Jeremy Morrow. That's me. We've been reading Chapter 4, Winning Techniques. The subheading we just studied was Discovered Attacks on pages 64 and 65. I trust you wrote some helpful notes and will put into practice in your chess gaming really soon. Tune in next time and click the subscribe button to be notified of our next episode, Chapter 4, Winning Techniques. We're going to be studying the subheading Removing the Defender on pages 65 to 67. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your game of chess. Bye for now.